that west point. Oh no, my God. How's it going, everyone? My name is Jerimiah Mayle, and I forgot I'm lost. Oh, Lord. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and find some resin. Instead of mining for it slowly. Oh. Damn it! Let me drink coffee to that. Drink coffee to that stupidity. Okay. Well, what do I need? Small oxygen tank. Glass. I should have one glass, right? Right. Okay. Good. Now let me go ahead and put this down. There we go. Damn it! That's so annoying. Alright, well. That is frustrating. Oh boy. Alright. So we have some small chores to do in this video. Then I want to go ahead and actually do my canister thing. Or my my building of a straight line thingy. I want to see if my theory is correct. Let's take that glass. There we go. Let's take this compound because we're gonna need it for tethers. Let me do that over here too. There we go. Okay. Well, need one canister because obviously I died. Okay. Now, if I want to, I could mine all this. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to need a lot of soil. So, I mean, I could have more than one canister, but I'm going to go ahead and just stick with one for now. Okay, there we go. Good. Now, let's go ahead and let's start here. No, actually, let's start on this lower level. Then I want to just go straight. That's it. That is fairly straightforward, or well, very simple. No pun intended, but at the same time, yeah, pun intended. Now look, as you can tell the planet does have a curve to it. This planet has curves, and my theory is if I go straight long enough, will this bend with the curvature of the planet, or will it stay straight? Because it looks like it might be curving. Kind of looks like it's curving. That don't look promising. Hey, but I mean, we're gonna find out. And if my theory is wrong, then we'll go ahead and just build a tower to space, which should be fun. There we go. Now, I mean, logically, if you're not on a ship, there shouldn't be any way for you to actually leave the planet. So I know I can't get stuck in space, but it is kind of a cool concept. Imagine if you could. And my goal is to not let go of the trigger, because anytime you let go of the trigger, you always risk slightly changing the direction of your build. And oh my god, that is so much flat land. I could have built my base down there. Oh, that's actually saddening. Now, for this game, I can see why a round planet idea and round horizon idea is a good thing, mostly just for generational purposes. unlike Minecraft, which, you know, things will pop up, but with this, things kind of just appear over the horizon. I mean, not to bash Minecraft ever, but just saying. And ooh, okay, we're going off to the side a bit, but firstly, that's pretty. And I gotta go. Shoot. Shoot. Okay. That's actually looking kind of promising. But I still think it actually curves with the earth. I'm gonna go ahead and make some tethers. There we go. Alright. Now, if tethers, we're good. Oh wait, no we're not. We need more resource, or more soil. Now, how's that look? Okay, that seems to actually be, staying fairly straight. I'm not sure, like I said, if it is, curving. Because if it's curving, firstly, then my theory is all wrong. But I might have just had some slight mishap in the beginning, and that's why it looked kind of curved. But I also have to put into I have to put into consideration, of course, there might be a hill or something, or like a mountain, and that might look like as if as if the planet was curving. But this actually seems like this isn't curving, or it's not curving as fast. So we might end up actually having a giant tower that from the other side of the planet from the other side of the planet, we're gonna actually see this sticking up as if it was like a tower. Because this right here, this full on looks like a ramp now. Like, not even kidding. This looks as if I'm trying to build a tower into space. But if you look at it, obviously you can tell it's a straight line, or supposed to be a straight line. Okay, let's go back. Need oxygen and need to place down my tethers. I don't think I've ever been out this way that much. I know I've been out this way, I've just not probably as much. See, I don't know what this whole thing is right here. This was kind of a mess up, but we have it figured out now. And it looks like it might even be, well, it looks like it might even be going down slightly. So technically, oh wow. Wow. And what, why is it, I don't think that's my doing. I think that, like, it really looks like a ramp from here, but I've just been building straight, so logically it shouldn't look like this. Maybe it's just a trick of the eyes, because I'm looking at that down there, and I'm looking up at this, and in comparison, you can obviously tell that it's it's ramped compared to the rest of the ground. Because look, now I'm practically building up. Now, my theory is if I get to the other side of the planet, technically, won't I be sliding down? Like, at some point, eventually, it's going to end up being a 90-degree angle and impossible to climb. Or is the game's mechanics not work like that? Because, I mean, technically, if it's around and they have a gravitational equation in place that is obeyed by the curvature of the planet, then logically, then eventually it's going to become a 90-degree angle, and it's going to be really impossible to climb or continue. Now, my goal is to try not to die every 5 minutes, because usually I get lost, or, well, actually, that time, that was what happened. I got lost. I think I fell through the, I fell through the ground or something, and yeah, and that's how I got myself lost. But look, that right there, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I'll try and zoom in on editing. It looks like as if I just built upward, but you can tell just by looking at the ground right here that I didn't change anything. Angle-wise, there's this continuous line or straight line of build. Now, this might be our tower to space, although really being the planet's straightest bridge that doesn't align with the curvature of the planet. If you build a bridge on... See, look. Why? It really looks like a ramp. This is weird. I didn't actually expect this to work. I thought, well, at first I thought this would happen. Then I was starting to have second guesses when I must have accidentally did an error in my building. Well, attempt to build in a straight line. But now I guess my theory is being proven, because my god, look, it really looks like a ramp. This is cool. This is pretty lit. Now, should I be able to zoom down? Like slide? Because logically I would be able to, but I don't know. Oh my god. I'm a fucking idiot. I knew that was gonna happen. Let's leave. Here we go. Let's go. Saw some resin over here, so let's get some of that so I can at least last. But that is weird though. Like I said, at first I thought it might happen. Like how it's happening now. Then I started second guessing myself, and then I realized, wait a minute. No, this is actually going the way I thought. And technically, won't it be like that on Earth too? I mean, if you can build a beam so long, but also powerful enough to support itself, so it doesn't eventually bend, couldn't you actually technically make a pulled space, but start it on the ground as if, you know, as if you just placed it on the ground? Couldn't you do that? Because, like, I mean, logically, you'd be able to, but I'm not sure if that's how physics works. See, that's a straight line. You can obviously tell. Maybe, like, trying to line it up with my television. But then, like, the more I go, the more curved it gets. Now, it looks like a ramp from here. Okay, well, I mean, there wasn't much on my stuff. It was just this... shoot, put it down. Okay. There wasn't much on my stuff on me, but still, you know, the canister's kind of important, and I don't want to keep making them left and right. There we go. I'm trying not to build giant craters in the ground, but I mean, if I'm in a hurry or something, then I'll do that. But if I can, I'll try and just make an area flat. And technically, isn't that possible too, to actually flatten out an area so you just have this giant platform that doesn't conform to the curvature of the planet? So basically, what I'm doing right there, but on such a large scale. because I think that's also possible, but that requires a lot of soil and canister. I don't have that. See, look, right there, I must have messed up somewhere there, so the curvature looked very different. Now I can see the spot where I messed up. Let me go ahead and check that out. Don't know how it happened, but it's right there. You can tell that there's this slight either increase or decrease in angle. Then it flattened out, it looks like. Then it just stayed this very consistent look. Now either I'm going up at a slow but fast angle, or my incline is slight, but it's obviously good enough to do this, or my theory is absolutely correct. And it looks like my theory is actually not a dumb theory. See, because this right now really looks like I'm about to it looks like I'm doing a ramp. Here shortly, though, logically, I'm going to be going up at a 90-degree angle, and this will be impossible to climb. But also, logically, I should be able to slide down now. But I don't think that's going to happen, because if I left the planet without, shoot. If I technically leave an area and continue going at a straight angle, I'm not going with the curvature of the planet. So technically, the game should calculate what I'm doing right now as just being in a straight line. So I wouldn't be able to slide down anyway, because obviously you can't slide on a straight path. See, this really looks like a giant tower. Oh my god. Shit, whoa. Did it again. But it worked. So technically, after so long, I'm going to end up hitting a 90-degree angle. Okay. That's actually a very interesting thing. I think I've died in, like, either near this... I think we've died in the near same location. Is that tungsten, or raw tungsten I see? Okay, let's pick you up. Let's, come on. Yep. Oh, no, pick it up, please. I don't want to die here, mate. Come on. Yes, okay. Now, make oxygen filter. There we go. Now drop that. And let's go ahead and get this. This is ammonium, actually. Which, I do need, because on Visana, they don't have it. Which, is kind of inconvenient. I mean, they might have it, it's so rare that obviously I'm not going to be able to find it. So I might as well collect it here and bring it back with me, because eventually I am going back. See, transporting, going between planets isn't really a hard thing after you already have a base there, because you don't really have to bring anything with you as long as you have a thruster. But when you're going to a planet to start there, then that's hard, because you need the right supplies or right materials. And I think we have to go to Novus. I'm pretty sure it's Novus that has the iron ore, Hermanite or something like that. But anyway, eventually I'm going to have to start getting supplies to go there. Quit sliding. Okay, there we go. Eventually, I'm gonna have to have preparations to go to that planet because I think I might need mass amounts of iron. I'm technically I shouldn't have been able to do some of the things I did here, but with the iron I found at some of the wrecks, I got lucky. Now I wonder if you can reset a planet, because that'd be kind of cool. Because then you can just farm resources. Or yeah, well, farm resources because you know where all those locations are. There we go. Now I want to make this this right here a transport storage, and my goal is to bring a bunch of aluminium back. I don't think I'll need this much aluminium, but you know, I'd rather have it there because at least I don't have to worry about aluminium for that planet for a while. Then of course I'm gonna leave a bunch here. Sorry, it's nice to get some chores done while on camera instead of just kind of lollygagging. And those batteries seem to be doing fairly fine. Wherever that third battery is. Guys, I forgot that that battery was actually with me, and when I died, somehow I died after I died in the cave. Which I don't know how I died. I'm gonna have to watch that back. But anyway, I had my battery on me. But I mean, it's fine because really, look, I can obviously make small batteries, so we're good. Now, I'd like to make a medium battery. Medium battery. Zinc. Where do you get zinc? I don't remember. Okay, I don't think we need 2 batteries, but, you know. Then let's go ahead and just drop this. My word, everything is so unorganized. I should be ashamed, but I'm not. Okay, our canister's full, right? Okay, good. Now, if I make this thicker, then see, as you can see, the incline would be drastic, actually. So technically, what I did was actually a decline, and it still came out in the form of a ramp. Then I think right here is where I did another or I did kind of an incline on this one. So technically, in a sense, where I started and where I am currently, it is relatively close. I don't know if that makes any sense. Kind of makes sense in my head, but I'm the one who's thinking about it. So if I do that, then eventually, oof, that's not a good thing. See, I just fixed the incline here, and you can obviously tell that there was a huge change in how steep everything really is. I mean, it's not so bad because really I'm getting more of an accurate number now, or more of an accurate representation, but still makes you go, oh, because you realize you messed something up in there. Trying to stay accurate and straight. But still though, look, like, we are fairly about, or, I don't know, man, I'm tired now. Oh, not tired, but I'm lacking the words. This is kind of a cool mechanism. Like, like I said, logically, if if you leave the ground at a certain point, then the curvature of the planet should apply, which in a sense it actually does, because I started down there, but although I'm going in a straight line, the gravitational mechanisms or mechanics of the game are still applied as if I was on the ground at that specific curvature. So technically, if I was to build a ramp in the space, I start out at an angle, then eventually I'm gonna have it completely flattened out. Well, flattened out from where I'd be starting it, but eventually I would have to flatten it out. No, I did not want to do that. This whole thing should not happen. This whole thing shouldn't exist. But it does. I'd like to gather that resource up. There we go. That soil. Just not only because it's kind of ugly, but because I could use that. Like, really. But either way, we need to go back. Down. I should have made this a bit thicker so I could maybe drive a vehicle down. But, like, see, I'm guessing my camera shifts every time I change with the curvature of the planet. So it looks like a slight ramp. Then as soon as I get back, it's going to look like I just made a straight path. This is kind of, I guess, a confusing concept. I mean, it's like just drawing a straight line, then drawing a circle, and obviously that straight line isn't going to conform to the rules of that circle, bending-wise, but gravitational-wise, while I'm on that straight line, my gravitational rules are going to be applied from the circle. I think I know what I'm doing for the next video. Instead of making or continuing this, I might make a tower, and I might test out that theory of if I build at, let's say, if we start at a 60-degree angle, eventually that 60-degree angle is going to end up being like a 90-degree angle. So eventually I'm going to have to actually start getting less and less with my degrees, because the curvature of the planet would end up shifting where I am angle-wise, although being still on that same straight line. So actually, this right here should eventually actually get to the point where even I can't climb up, because I'm going to be able to see the other side of the planet. And when that happens, you know that we've actually, or you know, we'll be able to see like a quarter of the planet, or the other piece of the planet. See, look, I'm sliding, but although there's no change or shift in curvature, which is weird. See, I don't get this. This should not exist. And there was no change in ramp, but yet we're slowing down. So technically, there is a gravitational mechanic behind the game, and of course, usually every game has some form of gravitational mechanic. But I just didn't think it worked that way. My theory would have been, if you left from a certain point, and as long as you aren't going in a different or if you're not going at a different angle, you technically should have continued to have that same angle, or that same formula applied. But obviously, as you can tell, that's not applied here. But I mean, in a sense, I guess it makes sense, because if I was able to have a continuous formula for this straight line, then technically I'd be walking practically on a wall, although being while being on the other side of the planet. I mean, when I say other side of the planet, I'm not saying like other side to the point where I'm going to see the other side. It's just I'm going to be able to see another point. So let's say if we call that down there the north point, I'm going to be able to see the west point right here. And look, like my dude just slowly leans in more and more toward the ground, because obviously when you climb stuff, you have to lean in. Because oh my, we're actually going into the clouds. Oh, can I actually get into space? This might be our tower to space, but it's really more of a bridge into space. Look. There's a lot faster ways to do this by starting your, oh my god, no. There's a lot faster ways to do this by let's say, starting your curvature at, let's say, 60 or something. You know, something very climbable. And always shifting it slightly down every time you go so far. Look, I think I can see. I'm going to say, well, in my theory, that west point. Oh no, my god. Wow. And see, look, I'm still going at the same angle. Same straight line. It's just, it's not applying. So, to conclude, what I'm trying to say is I actually love the concept or what's currently happening, because then that technically means there's this continuous change in formula depending on the curvature of that specific planet. Because in most games, you have one set of specific rules that will be obeyed continuously throughout the entire game. Mostly because, you know, you're not on a planet and you're not going to be able to see or feel the curve. I mean, unless if it's for effects, and usually the map ain't big enough to do that drastic of a change, where you see where you see the curvature or the curve. But in this game, obviously, since there's planets and you can go around that planet, then technically they need to apply an equation that is always going to be able to be changed. Because of course, my mathematical equation is still going to always be the same, whether I'm back at the base or I'm over here on the ground. But when doing something like this, technically the formula is changing in numbers, but my build isn't changing in angle or numbers. This is not a big brain day for me. This is not big brain time. Now, can I actually get to another planet by doing this? Or is the mechanic this the 90, because eventually it's going to become 90 degrees and impossible to climb. Is that to stop us from making a continuous straight bridge to another planet? And technically that wouldn't be possible because planets are always moving. But if somehow we were to manage it, then if we connected the two planets, what would happen? Or is it not possible? Because look, like, I'm in space. Like, I shouldn't be here. This should not be a thing. But it is. Well, I got my thumbnail. Yeah, this was kind of a weird video, very complex thingy for my tiny brain. But very fun, though. Kinda enjoyed this. Ooh. I hate that. Ow. So technically, I made a ramp by making a bridge, and using the curvature of the planet to make it a ramp at the same time, but also being a bridge. I wanted to see if I can actually make a small little crappy drawing of what I'm talking about. I mean, you guys should be able to picture it in your head, and obviously from seeing this, it'd be like drawing a circle, which would be your planet. Draw that straight line, which would be your bridge, and eventually gravity is going to start pulling you from a different angle, so you're going to have to start leaning in, or leaning a different direction, or acting like as if you're climbing a mountain. That's very weird, and I mean, it's like, I understand the concept, it's just I'm not good with describing things. I'm very small brain today. No, I'm very small brain every day. I got small brain. Got small brain. There we go. Okay. I'm going to be looking for shipwrecks. Or yeah. Well, that sounds like I'm talking about boats. I'm going to look for debris and wrecks, and hope to get iron, because I want to actually get the trade portal. Because if I can get a trade portal, then shouldn't I be able to get more iron just by... Yeah, technically, I should be able to get, let's say, resources I can't get by selling resources I can get at, from that current planet. Iron, well, I have iron, I have tungsten and compound. We just need one iron. And what's annoying is I had iron at one point over here, but I lost it in like one episode, and it just kind of fell through the ground. So you know what? I think we'll go ahead and end the video with me going out to explore. Not going down in that cave. Every time I go down there, it's like I get lost. So we're gonna stay away from that. I would say we could dedicate a whole video to it, but really there's not much to do. I'm probably playing a very risky game, and oh my god, that's a lot of tungsten. You know what, let's go ahead and get some of that tungsten, because we could definitely use that. Alright, well, you know what, I might as well go ahead and end the video, because really, I'm just going to be walking about for a while. So I want to go ahead and say thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Go ahead and actually subscribe for more random, weird theories that I have, because I have some other theories for other games that I think are kind of cool. If you have a random theory or question, go ahead and let me know down in the comments, and I might go ahead and check into it and see if I can apply that theory. And compound, be gone. Or not compound. Organic, be gone. Let's get some of this. There we go. This allows us to breathe without getting connected to a tether. Pretty good, you know. Shouldn't I just be able to put resin, like, huh? So resin has oxygen in it, really? Is that what I'm getting from this? That would make sense, because obviously you wouldn't be able to just make a filter without having oxygen to start with. So technically, resin has oxygen in it. Anything good? Yes. Okay, well, I do have a medium shredder at home. Yeah, which can handle very small stuff. Oh my god, okay, I'm being shot at. Oh, no, drop it! Oh my god. I started freaking out. I didn't know how to respond. My word. Okay, well, you know what? Yeah, I want to go ahead and say thanks for watching the video. My name is Jerimiah Mayle. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all later.